my name is Katherine Peters. I'm a first-year chemical engineering student from Dayton, Ohio, and here's a little bit about me. So when I was looking at schools my senior year, I wanted both an academically rigorous engineering program, but then also have a small student-to-faculty ratio in a small town. And Bucknell ended up being the perfect sweet spot between these two criteria. When I was first looking, I wanted to have a small liberal arts school. I wanted an engineering program, and there really weren't that many in Ohio that were specifically what I wanted. So we broadened the scope and we looked out to Pennsylvania and more the East Coast, because I wanted to go east. And yeah, Bucknell was on the list, and I toured here on a minute student's day, and I really liked it. As a chemical engineering student, first year, you take this course called Chemical Engineering 200, and this is where you learn the core principles you need for the rest of your 4 years at Bucknell. So this semester we've learned about material and energy balances, so everything that goes into a system must come out of the system. And the one thing I really liked is there's a lab component to this class, so every Monday my lab group and we come into lab and look at a specific process, and we figure out all the inflows and outflows, and I think this is very unique to Bucknell that you're able to get into lab as a first year student. I chose chemical engineering because I came into college not knowing what I wanted to do, and I know the different careers you can go from chemical engineering are like pharmaceuticals, food science, oil and gas. So some of those did interest me, specifically the food processing and food manufacturing. So I'm more interested in that right now, but I do have interest in everything. I just started with Dr. Wakabayashi this semester, and we're studying coffee. So I got trained by a senior mentor about the different methodologies they use to study and learn about the coffee beans and the coffee drink specifically, and the different compounds in there. So specifically we're looking at caffeine and CGA, or chlorogenic acids, and how those interact with each other, affecting the taste of coffee. And I'm excited to keep working with him next semester. I reached out to Maya Fetzer, who's a senior this year, doing coffee research with Professor Wakabayashi, studying actually the freshness of coffee beans. So after it roasts, how long does it take to degrade and create the coffee like not being good anymore? So I reached out to her on a minute student's day and got into contact with Dr. Wakabayashi right when I got onto campus, and she's definitely helped me get into research. Learning how to use the HPLC, I came into college not knowing anything about any of these equipment like the NMR and the HPLC to analyze compounds, and you can figure out how much compound is in each like bean or sample you give it. And I found that's very interesting in how they separate it with different mobile phases, so you can separate the compounds based off their interactions with each other. And I never knew that before coming to school, so that was really interesting to learn about this semester. As a first year, I did a pre-orientation program called Buck Wild. This is where you came to campus 5 days before the pre-orientation program that first years go on. So this is where a few leaders lead a group of 8 to 10 participants, either base camping, cabin camping, or backpacking for 5 days. And this created a great environment for me to meet people in the wilderness and who had similar interests that I did. And I found this when I came back to campus, knowing people around campus made me feel more comfortable as I got acquainted to college life. We have what's called like question hours, or more commonly referred as like Q hours, on the top floor of the library. Cameron, a faculty member there, is from upstairs from 3 to 6, Monday through Friday, and he's available to answer questions on any math course that Bucknell offers. And he creates such a positive energy and culture that I always walk out of there feeling smarter, but also more confident myself. I'm an Arts Merit Scholar, and I'm a part of the university orchestra. So we practice Wednesdays 7 to 9 every night, and it's with highly talented individuals. And our professor, Dr. Lakatos, treats us like professionals and wants us to do well, and it's just been a great experience so far. Yeah, so I'm a part of the women's club soccer team. Our main season is in the fall, and we have games, 5 to 6 games throughout the fall semester. Whether we travel to Bloomsburg or Penn State, or we play on the nice fields that Bucknell has here. We practice twice a week, and it's a great community of girls who come out to play. Lewisburg is a very small town, but surprisingly there's lots of different coffee shops. And I have definitely looked at all of these different coffee shops and rated all of the coffees, because that's what my friends and I do. We like to go downtown and try to do coffee places. My favorite place, I will have to say, is Culture Coffee. It's not on Main Street, it's a little bit off of Main Street, but they have specialty roast coffee beans, a great environment to make relationships with other people, and it's a great study space. So one piece of advice I would give is definitely each day create a time for yourself, whether it's exercising or doing something fun for you throughout the day. Engineering is a hard major, and it's a very high workload, so being able to take time for yourself and create that work-life balance is very important.